So I'm like, 5. And I'm like taking the photos and they're like, oh shit, okay, we're doing this. And they're like, and I'm like, 4. And they're like, woo. And then I say 3 and they're like, woo. And then 2 and then 1. Attention, fellow wedding photographers and fellow wannabe wedding photographers. Tell me if this sounds like you. You're scared of missing key moments on wedding days. You feel pressured to create photos that are quote unquote Pinterest perfect and Instagram worthy. You're nervous about all the different lighting scenarios that are out of your control and you're not sure how to handle them. You're confused on how to balance creating beautiful imagery while also capturing authentic moments and emotion. And you're worried about being in people's way too often. If you're like, hells yeah, Sara, you read my mind, then I'm here all excited and bushy-tailed. Yes, I had to throw in the squirrel reference to let you know that I've created something for you that will help you become a confident wedding day storyteller in just 2 weeks. It's an online program that I created just for you called Intuitive Storytelling, and it's officially out and ready for enrollment. I want you to take a moment and imagine for a second what life would be like if you knew how to be at the right place at the right time on wedding days so you can catch those key and in between moments. You got emails back from your clients saying, you were the best freaking decision we made for our wedding. You also knew how to confidently create strong storytelling photos that people felt emotionally connected to. And you finally felt like an actual fly on the wall, aka people don't stare into your camera all day anymore. Well, it's all possible because I consistently experience these things myself. And now I want to help you make these possibilities become your reality. Are you all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed right now too? Again, had to throw in the squirrel reference, you know me. So listen up. You can get started on learning all my tips and tricks of how I document wedding days as soon as today. You can go to saramonika.com/storytelling for all the deets and instructions on how to grab your copy of the course. You'll have lifetime access and you can go at it at your own pace, along with a private community of other like-minded photographers that are on the same journey as you are. With intuitive storytelling, you'll be able to learn how to confidently storytell like a pro on wedding days in just 2 weeks. So, what are you waiting for? Uplevel your storytelling game this wedding season so that next year you'll be watching your inbox filling up with even more inquiries. Hello, referrals from this year's clients. So again, head over to saramonika.com/storytelling and sign up now. I cannot wait to see you in there. Welcome back to the pod. Today I have a quickie for you because I think it's nice to have podcast episodes that sometimes you pop in and you listen to for 5 minutes and you learn something new. This one is coming to you straight from my Shine and Thrive photography community on Facebook, where I had a question and I answered it, and I do this questions and answers little live situation every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you do want to be part of this community with other photographers where you can network with them, where you can have more support and also be able to ask me questions directly, I highly encourage you to pop into Facebook right now, search Shine and Thrive Photography Community, and come hang out with us there. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode and you get to learn some new fun prompts for your wedding party photos. Yay, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Ask Me Anything, where you pre-submit questions for me here in the group every single Tuesday, and then I answer them on Wednesday. And of course, as always, you are welcome to ask questions live as well, so I'll be doing that too. Let me see here. I have, I think, about 6 questions that were pre-submitted, and I'm loving the questions, so I'm just going to dive right in. Okay, Kayla Bruner. Okay, she's like, tell me a few of your go-to poses for wedding parties. I feel like I'm always making them do the same old thing. Bride and bridesmaids, groom and groomsmen. But tell me about full wedding parties mainly. Okay, I got you. Actually, I was going through footage for my intuitive storytelling course the other day, and this is the part that I was like going through recently. So it's like fresh in my mind, all the tips that I have for that. Okay, for full wedding parties, there are, I'd say, two prompts that I really like. So, okay, in general, there are four or three prompts that I like to do for full wedding parties. So, the first one is always the classic. Look at me. I want to make sure to get this portrait of you all looking at me. And I do like to mix up the guys and the girls all together just because I feel like it's more balanced and it's also like less cheesy with like, hey, the girl has her girlfriends and the guy has his guy friends. It's like, no, let's like mix it up all together. You're all like a group of friends, right? Usually, sometimes not, right? But I like to mix it up there. So I get that looking photo. And then what I like to do is I like to say, okay, guys, so next, I'm going to do a photo where you guys won't be looking at my camera, but listen up. Because usually when I say, but you won't be looking at my camera, that's when people just start talking automatically and like fake laughing to each other. And I'm like, so wait, listen up for instructions. And they're like, okay, they like perk up their ears. And I'm like, okay, so I need someone to tell an embarrassing story about, and you pick either the bride and groom or partner A or partner B. And you tell them, now take your time deciding the embarrassing story, and then I want you to share it with the group. So you're all going to be standing exactly how you are, but you're not going to be looking at the camera. You're just going to be talking to each other about the embarrassing story, and someone's going to share it. So usually someone ends up chiming in, they tell the embarrassing story, people end up laughing, so it ends up being more of a natural laughing photo, which I love. So that's a good one. And then the one I like to do at the end is where, oh my God, brain fart. Oh yeah, it's called like a five number countdown. So I tell them, okay, now for the finale, I'm gonna count from 5 down to 1. And every time I say a new number, I want you to pick a different position. I want you to do something crazy. I want you to pick someone up, hug someone, do whatever the hell you want. You could be funny, you could be goofy, you could be sexy, like whatever you want to do. Don't overthink it. Just be free to be yourselves. And so I'm like, are you guys ready? And they're like, okay. So I'm like 5, and I'm like taking the photos, and they're like, oh shit, okay, we're doing this. And they're like, and I'm like 4, and they're like, woo. And then I say 3, and they're like, meh. And then 2, and then 1. So like every single time I say a number, the whole group just does something different, and it's such a fun way to get their personalities to come out and for them to have like a fun lasting impression at the end. And if I feel like the energy of the group is going really, really well, I'm like, okay, now everybody get in, pretend we're at a bar and I'm here, like, let's get a group photo. You are all drunk and you just dive into each other, and then they all kind of like group together really sloppily. And those are usually like my favorites because it ends up being like a real like group photo, like you would take while out with everybody or like camping or at a bar or something, instead of like the lined up photos, right? Which I do the lined up photos because they look nice, you get to see everybody, but the other one is just like more real and like down to earth. So Kayla, I hope that gave you some ideas. It's pretty much my go-to, works really well. I'm still not sick of saying them or doing them, so that's good too. Yay! Thank you so much for hanging out with me and tuning into this episode. If you got value out of it, please feel free to message me on Instagram at Sara Monika Photo. That's Sara no H, Monika with a K, photo, to let me know. I get so freaking energized hearing from others that what I've said has had a positive impact on their lives. Also, make sure to hit subscribe to the Shine and Thrive podcast to never miss an episode. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm sending you all the productive vibes your way so you have the best week ever.